You are not struggling to flirt because you lack lines. You are struggling because you hand your power away before you even speak. And the moment you do that, she can feel it in your silence. Now here is the shift. Flirting is not begging for attention. Flirting is a calm invitation. It is the way you say, with your posture and your words, I see you, I am not afraid, and I am not here to perform. When you speak from that place, you stop chasing sparks, and you start creating them. And this is where it gets real. Most men walk into a conversation already trying to earn a reward. They try to be funny fast. They try to be impressive fast. They try to be safe fast. But the harder you try, the smaller you become. The need leaks out through your voice, through your eyes, through your pacing. That is the trap. You think flirting is a skill of saying the perfect thing. But the real skill is being steady while you say an ordinary thing. The ordinary sentence delivered with calm control is stronger than a perfect line delivered with fear. So look closer. If you have ever replayed a conversation in your head for hours, you already know the pain. You remember how you smiled too much. You remember how you talked too fast. You remember how you asked question after question, like you were filling empty space. You remember walking away and thinking, why did I say that? Here is what most men miss. The moment you start auditing yourself in real time, you lose the moment. Your attention splits. Half of you is in the conversation. Half of you is outside the conversation, judging yourself. That split is what makes you feel awkward. This is why it hurts. It hurts because you want connection, and you also want safety. But flirting asks you to accept risk. Not reckless risk, human risk. The risk of being seen, the risk of being declined, the risk of realizing that you can survive that outcome. Now connect the dots. When you fear rejection, you try to control the result. You try to control her mood. You try to control her response. You try to control the pace. That control attempt turns into pressure. Even if your words sound polite, your energy feels heavy. So the question becomes this: what do you control, and what do you release? This is where Stoic clarity saves you. You control your effort. You control your tone. You control your choices. You control your boundaries. You do not control her interest, her history, her stress, her standards, or her timing. And the lesson is simple. Your job is not to win every woman. Your job is to show up as a grounded man. A man who can express interest without panic. A man who can accept no without collapse. A man who can leave the door open without begging her to walk through it. Now take this seriously. The strongest flirting does not look like trying. It looks like ease. Ease is not laziness. Ease is competence. Ease is the product of training your mind to stay calm when the stakes feel high. Now here is the shift. You will stop thinking of flirting as a performance and start thinking of it as leadership. Leadership is not control over her. Leadership is control over yourself. You lead the tone. You lead the pacing. You lead your choices. If she matches you, it becomes a shared rhythm. And this is where it gets real. Modern life has made this harder. Dating apps train people to swipe fast. Social media trains people to compare fast. Texting trains people to expect instant answers. And a lot of men have learned to treat every delay like a verdict. That is the trap. You send a message, then you stare at the screen. Minutes feel like hours. You start rewriting your message in your mind. You start planning another message. You start planning a joke to save it. You start planning an apology for nothing. So look closer. That is not love. That is not attraction. That is anxiety. And anxiety is loud. Even when you do not speak it, it changes your behavior. It makes you overinvest. It makes you chase. It makes you lose respect for your own time. Here is what most men miss. Calm is attractive because calm signals strength. Calm signals self-trust. Calm signals that you have a life you respect. If you want to flirt like a pro, you must first build the inner base that makes calm real. This is why it hurts. Some men have been trained to believe that confidence must be loud, but real confidence is quiet. It is the ability to speak without needing a guaranteed win. It is the ability to smile without needing to be chosen. Now connect the dots. Flirting is not only what you say, it is how you stand. It is how you breathe. It is how you pause. It is how you listen. It is how you accept a small moment of silence without rushing to fill it. So the question becomes this: what is the right way to talk to her? The right way starts with one rule. You speak to a woman the same way you would speak to any respected person. but with a little more warmth and a little more intent. And the lesson is simple. Respect plus intent creates spark. Respect without intent becomes friendly and flat. Intent without respect becomes pushy and unsafe. You want the middle path. Warm eyes, relaxed tone, clear words. Now take this seriously. The first seconds decide the frame. Not because she is judging you like a judge in a court, but because humans sense energy fast. If your body says you are uncertain, your words will not save you. Now here is the shift. Your opener does not need to be clever. It needs to be clean. Clean means short. Clean means direct. Clean means you can say it even if your heart is beating. And this is where it gets real. A strong opener can be as simple as noticing something real and offering a small invitation. You can say you noticed her style. You can say you like her calm presence. You can say you were going to say hello because she caught your attention. Then you stop. You let the moment breathe. That is the trap. Many men talk past the moment. They keep stacking words because they fear the pause. But the pause is power. The pause signals that you are not begging. The pause gives her space to respond with her own energy. So look closer. If she responds with warmth, you continue. If she responds with short answers, you relax and you exit. You do not punish her. You do not argue. You do not push. You simply respect the signal and protect your dignity. Here is what most men miss. Your ability to leave is what makes your presence valuable. Not in a cold way, in a self-respecting way. When you can walk away calmly, you stop being a man who needs her. You become a man who can choose. This is why it hurts. Walking away feels like loss when your identity is tied to outcomes. But walking away is strength when your identity is tied to standards. Standards mean you do not keep pouring energy into low energy. Now connect the dots. This is also how you avoid resentment. Resentment grows when you keep investing after the signal is clear. If you flirt with clarity, you never need to feel used. You will know you offered, and you accepted the answer. So the question becomes this. How do you keep the conversation moving once you start? The answer is not more talking. The answer is better direction. Direction means you guide the conversation toward real topics instead of endless small talk. And the lesson is simple. Ask fewer questions, but ask better ones. Not rapid-fire interview questions. Ask questions that invite a story. Ask what she enjoys doing when she is not trying to impress anyone. Ask what kind of weekend feels like peace. Then listen like it matters. Now take this seriously. Listening is flirting when it is paired with a clear response. You reflect what you heard. You pick one detail. You respond with a small piece of your own life. You create a loop, not an interrogation. Now here is the shift. Most men overshare to prove value. They list achievements. They list plans. They list goals. But value does not come from listing. Value comes from self-possession. You share in a measured way, like a man who is not trying to sell himself. And this is where it gets real. You can flirt by showing emotional control, not coldness. Control. You can admit you get nervous sometimes without turning it into a confession. You can say you like meeting people who are direct without sounding bitter. That is the trap. If you bring old pain into a new conversation, it contaminates the moment. She did not cause your past. She does not want to pay for it. If you want a new outcome, you must show a new emotional posture. So look closer. Flirting is also play. Play means light teasing that never cuts. It means smiling when you challenge. It means you can disagree without needing to win. A simple, playful push can create tension, but only if your respect stays intact. Here is what most men miss. A compliment is stronger when it is specific and calm, not a flood, not a desperate stack of praise. One clear compliment, then you move on. You show that you can appreciate beauty without being owned by it. This is why it hurts. Many men have been trained to think that complimenting is the same as flirting. It is not. Complimenting is a tool. Flirting is a rhythm. The rhythm includes eye contact, pauses, small smiles, and the courage to be direct. Now connect the dots. Direct does not mean intense. Direct means clear. You can say you enjoy talking with her. You can say you want to see her again. You can say you would like to take her out. Then you stop and let her answer. So the question becomes this. What about texting and dating apps? This is where men often fall apart. They treat the phone like a courtroom. They write long paragraphs like a speech. They try to explain their value like a resume. And the lesson is simple. Texting is for setting direction, not proving worth. Keep it short, keep it warm, keep it clear. If the energy is good, propose a simple plan. If the energy is low, you match it, and you return to your life. Now take this seriously. Here is a modern scenario. You match on a dating app. The conversation starts fine. You exchange a few messages, then she replies slower. Your mind starts to race. You want to send another message to revive the moment. You want to add a joke. You want to ask if she is still there. Now here is the shift. You do not chase the silence. You send one clean message that moves things forward. You can suggest a simple meetup in a public place during a reasonable time window. If she agrees, you confirm and you stop texting like a nervous narrator. If she does not respond, you do not punish. You do not beg. You simply move on. And this is where it gets real. The phone rewards men who are self-led. A self-led man is not rude. He is not needy. He is simply occupied. When you are building your body, your skills, your finances, your friendships, your peace, you naturally stop hovering over a screen. That is the trap. Some men confuse detachment with being careless. Detachment is not cruelty. Detachment is emotional hygiene. You care, but you do not cling. You invite, but you do not chase. You show interest, but you do not surrender your self-respect. So look closer. Another scenario. You are at the gym. You notice a woman you have seen before. You have made brief eye contact on different days. You think, if I do not approach, I will regret it. But you also fear being intrusive. Here is what most men miss. The gym is a place where boundaries matter. The right way is not to trap her in a corner. The right way is not to interrupt her mid-set. The right way is to wait for a natural moment. Keep it brief, and give her space. This is why it hurts. It hurts because you want certainty. But flirting always includes uncertainty. You can lower the risk by being respectful. A simple greeting, a small observation, and then a quick exit, if her energy is not open. Now connect the dots. You might say hello while you pass, then keep moving. If she smiles and engages, you can add one more sentence. If she stays closed, you let it go. That is how you protect her comfort and your dignity at the same time. So the question becomes this: what do you say in that moment? You can keep it simple. You can say you have seen her here and wanted to introduce yourself. You can ask a basic question about her training focus. Then you listen. If she gives short answers, you wish her a good workout and you leave. And the lesson is simple. You never need to force a win. You only need to create a clean opening and read the response. A man who can exit calmly is rare. That calm exit also keeps the door open for the future. Now take this seriously. There is also the work scenario. Maybe you see her at a professional event, a break room, or a shared hallway. Work is high stakes because your reputation matters. The goal is not to create drama. The goal is to be respectful and precise. Now here is the shift. At work, you flirt with extra caution and extra class. You keep your tone friendly. You do not corner her. You do not comment on her body. You focus on conversation and shared context. If interest is mutual, you move slowly and keep it clean. And this is where it gets real. A lot of men create problems by confusing boldness with pressure. Boldness is clarity. Pressure is persistence after a signal of disinterest. If you are unsure, you slow down. If she is enthusiastic, you can be more direct outside of work contexts. That is the trap. Some men try to win through constant contact. They send messages every day. They linger. They ask for validation. But attraction grows in space, not in suffocation. Space gives her room to feel. Space gives you room to lead your life. So look closer. You can flirt by building a positive moment, then ending it early. You talk for a few minutes, you share a laugh, then you leave first. Not to play games. To show you are grounded. To show you are not trapped by the interaction. Here is what most men miss. Ending first is a form of self-respect. It also keeps the memory clean. It leaves a question in the air. It makes the next interaction feel fresh instead of heavy. This is why it hurts, because part of you wants to squeeze the moment until it yields certainty. But certainty is not given. It is earned over time through consistent energy. You build trust by being stable, not by being intense. Now connect the dots. Stability also protects you after a breakup. This is another modern scenario. You had a relationship. It ended. Now you see her posts on social media. You see pictures. You see captions. Your chest tightens. You want to send a message. You want to get closure. You want to feel chosen again. So the question becomes this. What does flirting look like when your heart is still bruised? It looks like discipline. It looks like not using a new woman as a bandage. It looks like rebuilding your standards before you chase attention. And the lesson is simple. If you flirt while you are bleeding, you will either cling or you will posture. Both are reactions. Neither is power. Stoic strength is choosing to heal first, then return with a steady mind. Now take this seriously. Here is the climactic truth. The best flirting is not a trick. It is the expression of a man who can face uncertainty without panic. That is why self-mastery is the base. Your presence must be stronger than your fear. Now here is the shift. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When you live that line, you stop trying to control her response. You focus on the only thing you can truly refine, which is yourself. And this is where it gets real. So how do you train this? You need a simple mental exercise, not a complex system, not endless theory. A daily practice that turns nervous energy into calm action. That is the trap. Many men wait until they feel confident to act. Confidence is often the reward after action, not before it. If you wait for perfect certainty, you will stay stuck. Your mind will keep moving the goalpost. So look closer. Here is the exercise, and it is simple. First, once per day, you will start one short conversation with a stranger, with no romantic goal. It can be a greeting, a quick question, or a brief compliment that is appropriate to the setting. Second, you will practice a 2-second pause after you speak, to prove to your nervous system that silence is safe. Third, you will exit the interaction cleanly, with a calm goodbye, even if it went well. Here is what most men miss. This exercise trains 3 things at once. It trains initiation. It trains calm pacing. It trains the ability to leave. That ability to leave is what removes desperation from your voice when you talk to a woman you actually want. This is why it hurts. Because your ego wants big wins fast. Your ego wants a phone number today, a date tomorrow, a perfect story next week. But your life changes through small reps. Your life changes through controlled discomfort. Now connect the dots. Once you can start small conversations easily, flirting becomes a natural extension. Then you add intent. You add eye contact that lasts a second longer. You add a warm smile. You add a direct line that shows interest without pressure. So the question becomes this. What do you do when she does not match your energy? You accept it. You do not argue. You do not bargain. You do not chase. You respect her choice, and you respect yourself. Then you return to your mission. And the lesson is simple. You win by becoming the kind of man who does not need to win every time. You become steady. You become clean in your speech. You become calm, under uncertainty. And that calm makes your flirting feel safe, direct, and real. Now take this seriously. The goal is not to collect attention. The goal is to build connection with the right person while staying loyal to your standards. You want a relationship that adds to your life, not a pattern that drains it. Now here is the shift. When you walk up to her, do not bring a speech. Bring presence. Bring one clear line. Bring a relaxed tone. Bring the willingness to walk away with dignity if the answer is no. And this is where it gets real. If you want to talk to her the right way, start by talking to yourself the right way. Stop calling your nerves a weakness. Stop calling your past a curse. Stop calling rejection a disaster. Nerves are energy. Past pain is a lesson. Rejection is information. That is the trap. When you treat every outcome like a verdict on your worth, you will act like a man on trial. When you treat each interaction like practice in self-mastery, you will act like a man in training. So look closer. Training means you focus on what you can repeat. Good sleep, clean food, strong work, hard workouts, real friends, quiet time. These things are not separate from flirting. They are the foundation of your tone, your posture, and your patience. Here is what most men miss. A man with standards is naturally attractive because he does not fold. He does not abandon himself to fit someone else's mood. He can enjoy a woman without becoming addicted to her attention. This is why it hurts. Because many men have learned to measure their worth through response. A fast reply feels like value. A slow reply feels like shame. A compliment feels like oxygen. Silence feels like death. That is not love. That is dependence. Now connect the dots. Break that dependence and you become free. Then flirting becomes lighter. You become playful without fear. You become direct without aggression. You become warm without over-investing. So the question becomes this: are you willing to practice? Are you willing to start small, stay consistent, and build real skill? If you are, then you will not need to pretend. You will not need to act like someone else. You will become the man you were supposed to be. And the lesson is simple. Keep your words simple. Keep your intent clear. Keep your energy calm. Keep your boundaries firm. Respect her humanity. Respect your own time. Invite, do not chase. Now take this seriously. If this message sharpened your mind, support the channel, like the video, subscribe for more training, comment with the one part you will apply this week, and keep it honest so you can hold yourself accountable. This is Stoic Truth, where silence becomes strength.